Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. Today's video is sponsored by Different Strokes. Do remember that Different Strokes will be held on Saturday, March 25 at Waves Beach in Negril in the parish of Westmoreland. Pre-sold tickets are now on sale. You can get your pre-sold tickets in Savannah Lamar at Carla's Nail Salon, Candid Expression and D&L Phone Shop, in Lucy at UG's Cellular, in Negril at World of Sports, and in Montego Bay at the Photo Shop. Tickets are also available online at differentstrokesjamaica.com. At Different Strokes, good vibes, good music, big people sitting. Different Strokes is fully endorsed by Popeye Newslinks. Check it out. Now, we were on the road all day yesterday. I didn't get to post the news yesterday evening, so I'm coming out early today. I'll be dropping another video later on. A man was killed in Grangeville in the parish of Westmoreland last night. That and other stories will be coming up in the next video later on today. Omar Smith, Knutsford Express driver. Bless up yourself. Your father is Shui. He's located right at the front of the Savannah Lamar Hospital gate. What you say, Omar? Father Shui, him always tune in. Sir Shui, bless up yourself. Enough respect. Now, have you been watching the saga with Akeem Gray and his baby mother? Do you believe Akeem is lying? My bad. Do you believe Akeem is an untruth? Or do you believe his baby mother is an untruth? I'm digging, you know. I'm doing a whole lot of digging. And so far, both of them are untruth in my book. And I know many of you are thinking that the interviews are a waste of time and mix up and blender. Remember me tell you, the videos are very important to the people of Gayle in the parish of St. Mary, because for a while now, they want what is happening to be highlighted. So if you think it's a waste of time, I don't see it that way, and there is a whole lot more to come. But Akeem, Akeem, you are young, and this goes for everyone, both young and old. Whenever you plan on doing anything in the future, do your research. Because Akeem, if you had done your research, you would have think twice before you come on the channel with your mouth full of lies. If you had done your research, you would have known that over Yasso, this guy don't play games when it comes to the truth. If you had done your research, you would have known that I am a digger. By the way, St. Mary Police, that gun that Akeem was seen on the video posing with, which is clearly a selfie. If you don't think it's a selfie, that's your business. It is clearly a selfie. Now, you remember an incident that took place at Gayle in the parish of St. Mary last year on the afternoon of Monday, August 22, about some minutes after 1 o'clock? Well, in that incident, that man on your screen, his name is Dennis Edwards. He's otherwise known as Mr. Matar. He was 69 years old and he was a retired teacher and a businessman. If you don't know about the story, Mr. Matar, he was shot and killed along the Gayle main road in the parish of St. Mary, and the hoodlums who killed Mr. Matar, they stole his licensed 9mm pistol. St. Mary Police, that gun that Akeem is posing with, is it possible that it is the same gun that was taken from the slain teacher? You think we done? We just a come. We deal with truth over yasso, not emotions. Truth Remember me tell you. Now, in today's journey, we are starting at George's Plain in the parish of Westmoreland. We are heading to the parish of Hanover. Sit back, relax, and drive with me. Now, this incident, it took place Thursday night, March 9, about 7:30. It took place along the Orange Bay Main Road at a section known as Dump Corner in the parish of Hanover. That man on your screen, his name is Melville Jackson, but he's popularly known as Sam. That's a younger photograph of Sam because Sam, he's now about 60 years old. Sam was a farmer and he lived at Lagood district in the parish of Hanover. We are told that Sam, he was humble, he was jovial, and he was a hard-working man. But Thursday night, Sam, he was driving his white Toyota Corolla motor car along the Orange Bay Main Road. He was heading towards Negril direction. Sam, he was in the process of negotiating a right-hand corner, popularly known as the Dump Corner, when Sam, he ended up losing control of the car that he was driving. The car ran off the road and re-entered the road. Now, when it re-entered the road, it ran into the path of a grey 2001 Toyota RAV4 that was coming in the opposite direction. Now, if you look on your screen, that is the end result. The driver of the Toyota RAV4, he ended up losing control of the RAV4. As a result, the RAV4 ran into the mangroves. Sam, he was trapped in the car and he had to be removed from it by fire personnel. Sam apparently died on the spot. The driver for the RAV4, he's a 46-year-old project manager and he lived in the parish of Hanover. He received injuries to his forehead and his right hand. He was treated at hospital and released. Sad indeed. Condolences to the family and friends of Sam. May his soul find rest. Now, in this next incident, there is something happening at Shantytown in Norwood, in Montego Bay, in the parish of St. James. I'm doing some digging, and in a subsequent video, I will tell you how everything connects. You remember that on Thursday, I carried a story and I told you that man on your screen, his name is Devrick Ellis. He is 22 years old and he was living at Shantytown. He was shot and killed in the area Thursday night, and a man who was on his veranda was shot and injured. Well, yesterday afternoon, Friday, March 10, about 2 o'clock, there was another murder in the same Shantytown area. And this sound like can't catch Kwaku, catch him shot business. A man, his name is Mr. Michael Roy Bennett. This year, on the 21st of July, Sir Michael, he will be celebrating his 62nd birthday. He was a farmer and he lived in the same Shantytown area of Norwood in St. James. We are learning that Michael and his spouse, they were at home when the front door of their house was kicked off by hoodlums. The hoodlums were armed with guns. The hoodlums entered the house and sprayed Mr. Michael Bennett with bullets. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. Mr. Bennett, he received gunshot wounds to his face and his upper body. From all indication, he died on the spot. The police were called and listen to this. When the police processed this crime scene, a total of 22 spent shells were recovered from the scene. Now, I am sure that these hoodlums who killed Mr. Bennett, their average age is about 22 years old. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine for a moment these hoodlums standing over a man that could easily be their grandfather and pumping at least 22 bullets in his body? Boy, may I tell you. And you know what the sad reality is? Expect reprisal. Yes, man. Expect revenge. The mayhem. Now, this next incident, it took place early yesterday morning. Friday, March 10, about 12:30. It took place along the Rock Spring Main Road in the Falmouth Police area in the parish of KlLLED. And do you remember that man on your screen? His name is Kerryann. He was popularly known as Pinchers, and he is 35 years old. Pinchers, he lived at Pele Drive in Flankers in the parish of St. James. Pinchers was shot and killed Wednesday night, March 8th, about some minutes after 7 o'clock at Flankers in Montego Bay. What we are learning is that Pinchers and that man on your screen, they were very good friends. That man, his name is Frantz Morris, but his stage name is Unknown Gringo. He was also known as Franchino. On June 3 this year, Unknown Gringo, he would be celebrating his 40th birthday. I said stage name because Unknown Gringo, he was a recording artist and he was living at Retreat Heights in the Falmouth Police area in the parish of KlLLED. We are learning that Unknown Gringo, he was at a bar at Rock in the parish of KlLLED. He was at this bar having a jolly good time with some friends when he told them that he was going to Saltmarsh and come back. He left to Saltmarsh in his black Toyota Crown motorcar that we are learning he had just purchased. He was accompanied by a female. On his way back to the bar, on reaching in the vicinity of Glistening Waters, we are told that a vehicle drive up beside Unknown Gringo's Toyota Crown motorcar. The hoodlums in the next vehicle, they opened gunfire at Unknown Gringo. He ended up losing control of the car. The car overturned and crashed, and the hoodlums, they jumped out of their car and they went over to Unknown Gringo. We are told that they pumped several bullets in his body. The hoodlums, they then jumped back into their car and made good their escape. Luckily, they didn't harm the female who was in the car with him. From all indication, Unknown Gringo, he died on the spot. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 12 9mm spent shells and 5.56 spent shells were recovered from the scene. So at least one of the hoodlums was armed with an M16 rifle. The mayhem. Now, you would have noticed that in the two previous incidents I told you about, females were present but they were not harmed. But in the final story for now, this female, she was not spared. But before I tell you about this incident, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. And remember that later on today, we'll be dropping another video. Now, I carried a story on this channel on May 10 last year. If you look on your screen, that is the thumbnail for that video. There are some details in that video. I implore you to go and watch it and you will better understand where we are now. On the night of Monday, May 9, 2022, about some minutes to 9 o'clock. That youngster on your screen, his name is Kavon Wedderburn. He was 17 years old and he lived at 135 Darling Street in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. Kavon was at a shop in the area when he was shot and killed by hoodlums who rode up on a motorcycle. Like I said, go back and watch that video and you will learn a lot more about the details leading up to Kavon's death. I'm going to drop the link for that video in the description below so you can click on it and go and watch that video. Nicholas Reuben, he was charged for the murder of Kavon. Now, Nick Reuben, he's still in custody awaiting trial for this incident. Kavon Wedderburn, he has a brother known as Richie. They are the same mother. Richie has siblings by his father's side. Now, I'm not sure if those siblings are the same mother as Kavon. One of Richie's siblings is that lady on your screen. Her name is Kerryann Hinds, but she was popularly known as Bright Eye. On November 9, Bright Eye, she celebrated her 27th birthday. Bright Eye, she's the mother of 4 children. So what we are learning is that sometime after the killing of his brother, Kavon, Richie and 2 of his sisters, they left Darling Street and they went to live at Rowtown in the White House area in the parish of Westmoreland. They were living in the same house. Well, Thursday night, March 9, about 10:30, Richie and one of his friends, known as CJ, they were walking towards the house where Richie and his siblings lived. As they were entering the yard, they were approached by 2 hoodlums who were waiting in ambush. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at both of them. Both CJ and Richie, they managed to run off into the house. The 2 hoodlums chased both of them into the house, still firing gunshots at them. The hoodlums, they then ran from the house, making good their escape. When the shooting subsided, it was realized that CJ, he was hit. He received gunshot wounds to his left foot. Bright Eye, she was found laying on the floor in her room with gunshot wounds to her abdomen. The man who it is suspected that the hoodlums wanted to kill, Richie, he was not harmed. Both Bright Eye and CJ, they were rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where Bright Eye, the mother of 4 children, she was pronounced DEAD. CJ, he was treated. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, a number of 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think this is the end of it? Or do you think there will be reprisals? You see, for those of you, who are saying I should stop ending the video by saying that the mayhem continues, we must face reality as it is, not as it was or how we wished for it to be. So guess what? I am facing reality. Are you? So if you are facing reality, are you gonna disagree with me when I say the mayhem continues? Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica.